What are you lying about? Oh, hang on. The lies, the lies. And refresh. Okay. Again. Today we're playing a new game. Police Knots. Which is a pretty goofy name when you think about it. I'm playing the Sega Saturn version, which took a buttload of work to get working. But here we are now. Let's go. Those of you who are into Metal Gear probably recognize this tune. Yeah, hold on. I gotta fix my controls again. Let's see here. Controls. Go. Flipped. So I was testing out this game the other day and I tried out shooting mode and I got like 3rd place. So proud of myself. Shooting in here is way different than in Snatcher. Oh yeah. But anyways, let's go. I'll be in 1st place in no time. Just you watch. Blammo! Pow! Bang!
最後までごゆっくりとご鑑賞ください。
Pew pew! Digital knots.
2010年、人類初のスペースコロニービヨンドコーストが完成し、人類の宇宙への本格的進出が開始された。
2010, wow.
2013年、コロニーへの一般市民の移住に伴い、数十万の移住者たちの治安を守るため、俺たち5人の宇宙訓練を受けた警官が選抜された。イギリス・スコットランドヤードからゲイツ・ベッカー、日本の警視庁からジョセフ・貞興徳川、アメリカ・ニューヨーク市警からサルバトーレ・トスカニーニ、そしてロサンゼルス市警から俺とエド・ブラウン。世界中の警察からえりすぐられた俺たちは、警察権限を持つ宇宙飛行士としてポリスノーツと呼ばれた。
What's going on there? Is it sabotage? And there he goes. A space accident, yeah. 25 years later. Looks like somebody sabotaged his machinery. Turn that down. Turn it down some more. I enjoyed that. Prologue, home.
俺はジョナサン・イングラム。30年前スペースコロニーのビヨンドコーストでポリスノーツとして働いていた。もっともエンプス事故で宇宙をさまよっていた俺にはわずか数年前のことにしか思えない。まだ生々しい記憶だ。妻や友人、仕事、何もかも30年前に置いてきてしまった。あの事故で過去を失った俺はこの汚れた街オールド LA でネゴシエーターまがいの探偵をしている。幼児誘拐や人身売買のネゴシエート、身代金の仲介、脱獄犯の逮捕などヤバい依頼ばかりだ。だが俺みたいな過去をなくした男にはそんな世の中の海がなければ飯も食っていけない。せいぜい腹いっぱいになるまで頑張るしかないか。さて、依頼人が来るまで何をしようか。この部屋には俺の過去を示すものがたくさんある。前方の壁には新聞の切り抜きや写真が。机の上にはあいつとの写真。どれも記憶の空白を埋めるものばかりだ。
Oh, I can move now. It's a beer can. It's empty. There used to be aluminum for cans before, but these ones are made from biodegradable plastic. These are Muslims, the only cigarettes in the world that still give off secondary smoke. I don't like the pure bent cigarettes you get today. These are mixed cigarettes, part conventional, part bent. Bent cigarettes are cigarettes that don't produce any secondary smoke, which you light simply by breaking off the end. I say light, but there's no actual fire involved. They work off a chemical reaction, and even the leaves are specially processed. They don't give off any smoke or ash, make room more pleasant, but they're not my thing. The only brand in attention now is the Muslims. It's a photo of me and Lorraine at Lucas World. Asterisk.
俺のワイフ。いや、それも過去のことだ。俺があの事故を起こした後、ビヨンドで再婚したらしい。今では他人のワイフだ。
ああ。
日本人とアメリカ人との2世。あいつにはどこか神秘的なところがあった。
I was a cop fresh out of the academy. Lorraine was a student at UCLA. We met after her place got broken into. December 24th, 2008. This is our first Christmas together. Still got the watch she gave me. One of those radio-controlled types. It was a state-of-the-art for the time. Kojima sure has a type. What do you mean? This is me and Lorraine on our wedding day. I was still a cop here in LA. Lorraine dropped out of UCLA after we got engaged. Lorraine was like an angel in her wedding dress. I remember discovering right before the ceremony that my ritual tux didn't fit. Why wouldn't you try it? I originally had a black tuxedo. Why would you not try it on? Rain had this friend at a flower shop arrange her bouquet. August 24th, 2009. One day I'll never forget. Those days, my life revolved around my job and Lorraine. Still wear my wedding ring. If I remember right, Lorraine threw the bouquet right after this was taken. I still don't know how Ed ended up catching it. Ed's in a couple of pictures on the wall. This is a newspaper article from when I was rescued from the EMPS's survival ball 2 years ago. The headline reads, 25-year lost voyage, policenaut Ingram's miraculous return. I spent 25 years inside this thing waiting to be found. I've had cosmophobia ever since. I just can't go back out there anymore. This is a picture of me taken when I was a policenaut. I'll read some of the article. Policenaut Jonathan Ingram, presumed dead after an accident during a spacewalk in an EMPS prototype 25 years ago, has been rescued by the unmanned exploration vessel Propaganda. His miraculous survival is being attributed to the fact that he transferred himself to a life pod at the time of the accident and remained in cold sleep the entire time. He's gained attention as a living example of the effects of 25 years of cold sleep on the human body. It took over a year for my muscles to return to normal after I got back. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. This is a relatively small article in a corner of the newspaper. Oh geez, they're all different. This is a newspaper article reporting on the success of the first manned mission to Mars. I took part in it while undergoing my policenauts training. It was written 26 years before the article about my rescue. The newspaper is the paper of the CIS, the Commonwealth of Independent States. This picture of me encountering a Mars rover on the surface. It was called Rocky. It was sent to Mars with the Mars 96 mission. I'll read some of the article. 4 astronauts, among them policenaut Jonathan Ingram of the collaborative Mars project between Russia, Japan, and the United States, touched down on the Red Planet yesterday. This new chapter in space history comes 40 years after man first set foot on the moon. How does Jonathan get a special mention? All these articles. This is a newspaper article written at the time of Beyond Coast's completion. It was written about 2 years before the article about the Mars landing. Headline reads, Long envisioned colony complete, new era for mankind. Picture of Beyond Coast right after it was completed. The only thing they hadn't finished was the agricultural ring. I'll read some of the article. Basic construction of the world's first outer space colony Beyond Coast, underway for several years near Lagrangian's Point L5, was completed yesterday. The first wave of specialized immigration will consist mostly of scientists and engineers who will spend 14 months performing checks and gathering data. Immigration is scheduled to be opened to the general public in 3 years' time. Beyond's position is shown on the diagram on the left. Oops. I wanted to look at the diagram. Here they point out Beyond's location in space. It's an orbit around the L5 Lagrangian point. It's the red dot. Have a model Beyond on top of one of the file cabinets. Last article. Newspaper article about my accident that occurred during EMPS spacewalk outside Beyond. It was written 3 years after the one about Beyond's completion. Headline reads, EMPS prototype malfunctions, policenaut Ingram missing. This picture taken during test spacewalk out of the Yuri model EMPS. It was a prototype police suit for use outside of the colony, the successor to NASA's MMU. This image was taken from a camera aboard a nearby space shuttle. This is me and the Yuri as we were released from the hangar. I'll read some of the article. A malfunction occurred in the Vermeer. Is that an M? Vernier thrusters of the Yuri EMPS prototype during the spacewalk of the device yesterday. The Yuri had been planned for use by the police knots outside the colony. The EMPS had since vanished without a trace. The Yuri is equipped with a survival ball. Because no SOS signal has been detected, the chances of test pilot Jonathan Ingram being found alive and are thought to be slim. The official test was going to take place the day after. I remember what Salvatore said. Wow. Whatever you do, don't screw this up, Johnny boy. Everyone at home's going to be watching. There are still a lot of people opposed to space development back then. It all happened so fast. Before I knew it, the 4 of them were gone. Everything after that's a blur. When I opened my eyes, I was lying on a hospital bed. Picture me taken around the time of the accident. Blah 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 blah. There's Beyond. This is a model of Beyond. Ed made it for me. Ed sent a couple of pictures on the wall. It's a picture from... Oh. Man, this is a picture from when I was in LAPD. Me and my partner Ed were always together. Son and saxophone.
俺の人生で最も信用できる親友であり、良きパートナーだった。
Okay. A replica of my badge from then is sitting on my desk. I was in narcotics at the time. I was reckless with pretty short fuse. Me and Ed had been good friends since the academy. We were a real known team in narcotics. Ed was in the bomb squad before he joined narcotics. There was a lot of terrorist activity back then. We stayed close when we were police knots too. I haven't seen him since my accident. My life felt so complete. Look at me, full of confidence. Oh man, I missed that other one. March 12th, 2010. Me and Lorraine were a happy husband and wife. Lorraine and I. I was given this award by the mayor back when I was a cop. Me and Ed were a well-known team in LAPD. Photo was taken to commemorate the selection of police knots. 5 officers out of all the world's police organizations were chosen and trained. We were called the original cops after Project Mercury's original 7. We were wearing ejection escape suits here. Those are obsolete now. Back then everyone thought the orange-colored suits were cool. At Salvatore Toscanini, he came from an NYPD. Apparently he resigned from Beyond Coast Police over 10 years or so ago. That's Ed. He was chosen out of LAPD along with me. He looks thinner here compared to the LAPD picture. I was absolutely ecstatic, but Lorraine, she was against me going to space. That's when I went to Mars. That was when we started to drift apart. That's Joseph Sadoki Tokugawa. He looks grumpy. He came from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in Japan. He's now head of the Tokugawa Group. That's Gates Becker. He came from Scotland Yard in the UK. I heard he's risen pretty high up through the ranks of Beyond Coast Police. Gate had a real passion for justice. He was always the leader. Sadaoki could be an intimidating dude at times. After this was taken, I left Lorraine behind and moved to Beyond. It's still on Beyond as far as I know. Salvatore was a bit of an oddball. Never put my finger on it, but there's just something about him. Sort of guy you don't easily forget anyways.
今日は運がいい。こんな早い時間に客が来るとは。どうぞ。鍵はかかっていない。
ジョナサン、久しぶり。
Lorraine!
そう、私よジョナサン、28年ぶりね。
今頃どうして？
私、おばさんになったでしょ。あなたは変わらないわ。あの頃のまま。
ロレイン、なぜ今になって俺のところに？
許してもらおうなんて思ってないわ。厚かましいのも分かってる。でも頼れる人がいないの。あなたしか。
何があったんだ？
助けて
Her
ほしい。
husband's gone missing. I knew it!
私の夫が大変なことに。
分かった。さあ、入って。
いいえ、ここで結構よ。あなたにこんな姿見られたくはないもの。
じゃあ、ロレイン、いや、依頼人さん。とにかく話だけでも聞こうか。
What's all these lights? Asking the ex to help with her new lover. Jonathan, I think I'm being followed. Hold on, I'll take a look. It's alright, I don't see anyone. This clutch. Is that an L's? They cost a fortune here. Yeah, but this one's a little old. They're all the rage here on home too. L's changes the design of its bag every year and produces in limited numbers and then destroys the production materials. That's why they're so expensive, is it? Wow, what an asshole company. That's a nice coat you've got. Yeah, I guess. We do alright. You're best not wandering around this area dressed like this. That. Jonathan, don't look at me like that. I'm 55 now. Hey, Lorraine? Yeah? Ask about, talk about yourself. Alright, well, why don't I tell you about what's been going on with me? I've been working as a private investigator for the past few years. As you've probably guessed, finding work can be a bit of a struggle, but I'm managing. I see, that's good to hear.
俺たちがいたあの頃から30年近く経っているが、何も変わっちゃいない。本当のロスは北に移転しちまったがな。ただ、たまに今日みたいに雪が降るんだ。異常気象らしい。
ロスに雪が降るなんて。
例の地下鉄もスラム化が進んだんで廃止になってる。
Okay. Here and home, kidnappings are becoming almost as frequent as rapes and robberies. Ugh. Ugh. Trafficking people is more profitable than drugs or prostitution now. That's terrible. Why don't we get to it then? You have any kids, Lorraine? I have a daughter. Her name's Karen. Where does your daughter live? Karen is a news anchor on Beyond. A news anchor, huh? He's pretty famous there. What's Beyond like these days? Like you were saying, this place doesn't look like it's changed much. Beyond's different, a lot different. You wouldn't recognize it either. Everything's settled down there. It's pretty much like any ordinary city now.
で、君の夫がどうしたって？
夫の北条健三が3週間前会社に出かけたきり行方不
I
明。
knew it.
会社や警察に問い合わせても誰も取り合ってくれないの。
それで地球へ。
嫌な予感がするの。何かあったに違いないわ。
蒸発とかじゃ。
蒸発なんて考えられない。この地球ならともかくコロニーで行方不明だなんて、きっと何かの事件に。
脅迫みたいなものは？
いいえ、何も。まるで神隠しにあったみたい。
金目当ての誘拐ではなさそうだ。さっきから外を気にしてるようだが、つけられてるのか？
そんな気がするの。気のせいかもしれないけど。
She ain't my kid. You know what I just realized? This place is called Old LA. And in Xenoblade Chronicles X, the town is called New LA. Ha 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 ha. It's always LA, huh?
君が再婚した北条ってどんな人物なんだ？
北条は日系2世で、あの徳川グループの徳川製薬に勤める技術者よ。生真面目で勤勉で、とても悪いことなんかできない人。そうだ、写真持ってきたの。これが彼の写真よ。
なるほど。どう見ても悪人には見えないな。
Coastal states are so in these days.
ええ、この写真預かってくださるわよね。
Look at how happy we are! So this is Hojo. Actually, I don't have that many pictures of him. It might come in useful. Everybody loves California. Okay, let's see. We asked about her. That's about how'd you guys meet? Ew, stop being happy with another man. Next thing you know, he's gonna tear that picture. He's gonna glue a picture of himself over Hojo. How'd you guys meet? So that big, right? Roll it up. Set it on fire. I moved to Beyond right after you went missing. After how much you hated it? I just wanted to be closer to you any way I could. I met Kenzo at the Nihonjin Matsuri run by Tokugawa. Nihonjin Matsuri run by Tokugawa. Nihonjin what? It's a festival for Japanese people and beyond. So why were you there? I have Japanese blood too, remember? Why were you at the festival for Japanese people, huh? The conglomerate's reach doesn't stop at Beyond. They more or less run space, and Joseph Sadaoki Tokugawa runs the group. Ooh, he's just as well known on home as he is out there. What a detective. The perfect private eye. Hojo's a Tokugawa employee. I suppose you can't really rule out he was whoops! Kidnapped. No one beyond would even think of messing with Tokugawa. You're too afraid of the retaliation. It wouldn't be worth it. Let me see if I can ask you about that again. Take advantage of space development boom more than anyone. They essentially have the power to shape space's economy however they want. Is there a second wave of Japan bashing going on there? No, it's just the opposite. Thanks to Tokugawa, the colony's economy is flourishing, but everything else is another story. Catman! Is this Metal Gear Solid 4? Doot, 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 doot. Hojo's behavior. You notice anything unusual about your husband before he disappeared? All the years I knew him, he'd be your typical company man employee. You want to visit Japan? Yeah, I heard it's a nice place. I don't have any desire to visit it though. All the years I knew him, he'd been your typical company employee. He'd get up, leave for work, then come walking through the door at the end of the day. I have not been to any other countries, nope. Oh, no particular reason. I just don't. particularly want to go. You know, not a place I'm very interested in. Ooh, Mexico and Canada. Yeah, I've barely been out of the state. Where would I go if I could visit anywhere? That's a good question. Somewhere nice and warm. 'Cause I can't stand the cold. Maybe like... I'm a loyal Texan. Yeah, that's right. I don't know, maybe like New Zealand or something like that. Same schedule day in, day out. Quite a change from my hours. Past few months you become more unpredictable, you might say. You can't really draw anything concrete for that. You think he'd become involved in something though? That's my gut feeling, yeah. There are indications of some sort of trouble beforehand. The chances of it being a ransom kidnapping are pretty slim. Clues.
君の勘だけではわからないな。何か手がかりになるようなもの。
北条から預かっているものがあるの。カプセル剤と葉の切れ端なんだけど。なんだかわからないけど重要なものらしいわ。
カプセルと葉か。
自分に何かあったらこれを警察か信用のできる人のところへ届けるようにって。
信用のできる人か。
ね。蒸発なんかじゃないでしょ。
Yeah, I'm actually a convert. I used to live in California when I was younger. Yep, Cali.
口癖のように言ってたことがあるの。
That's the
プラ
anti-Texas.
トンに何かあるって。
プラトンに何かある。何のことだろう。
Anything else? No, that's it. So you take a look at the things Kenzo gave me. It's the opposite of Texas.
どっちからでもいいが、それは
これがそのカプセルよ。
何の薬だろう。
わからないの。
徳川製薬に関係するものだろうか。
これ預かってくださる
？Try and get them analyzed? Yeah, okay. Found the bright side. Yeehaw!
じゃあもう一つのその葉の切れ端ってのは。
これがその葉よ。見たことのない葉だわ。
Yeehaw!
なぜ半分なんだろう。
最初から半分だったわ。預かってくださる？それ。
So we got a leaf and some capsules. That's interesting. Plato, could he have said Pluto? To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. We still haven't been to Pluto, though.
依頼の内容については君の話で大体分かった。確かにただの蒸発じゃなさそうだ。
ジョナサン、引き受けてくれるわよね。お金なら心配しないで。お金はドル？円？
待ってくれ、ロレイン。
Sounds very masculine. I've always thought Japanese sounded very cutesy. Very feminine. Should we accept the case? Of course we'll accept the case.
ロレイン、即答はできないが考えておくよ。
ジョナサン、引き受けてくれるんじゃ。
悪いがしばらく考えさせてくれないか。今日のところは。
そうね。
すまない。これは預かっておくよ。
わかった。また来るわ。週末までビバリーヒルズのホテルニューローズにいます。いつでも連絡して。ジョナサン、私許してもらおうなんて思ってない。あなたの帰りを待ちきれなかったの。ごめんなさい。あなたが救出された時、私心から嬉しかった。もっと早かったらすぐにでもあなたのところへ飛んで行けたのに。それが言いたかった。
ロレイン、ここへはどうやって？
ホテルで車借りたの。クラシックな感じの。
そうか。
会えてよかったわ。じゃあ。
Oh yeah, Chinese does sound more feminine than Japanese. I agree. I still find Japanese to be very cute. Damn you anime girls!
ロレイン、俺も会いたかった。もっと早くに。
Aww. Uh-oh.
ロレイン、車から離れろ。
Oh no! Oh no! She gonna get blown up! Oh no!
奴はどこへ行った？
No, no! What's happening?
撃ってきやがった。
Oh man, I cannot control this. Reload! How do I reload? I'm out of bullets, man! There we go. I know I'm hitting you.
見えない。早く行け。くそ、どこに隠れた？
There are people around. I hope those are statues and not people. Reload! Reload! Ooh. Is that it? What you walking on? What? Got their menu on display in the window. This is the last place you want to take your kids. Comes off some innocent little bistro, but their real business is selling— Whoa! Nope. We are not dealing with that. It's an alleyway, goes back quite a bit. Strip club with dancers undergone complete sex changes. I was inside for a case once. They're called transgenders, people who have had a sex change through genetic modification. The city's famous for them. I think the time to catch a show. He ran down that alleyway. The mailbox, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's a dumpster, nothing strange about it. Alright, let's go. Shooting in this game is a lot harder. I wish I had an analog stick.
やつはどこへ逃げた？くそ、足跡が追えない。ここには雪が入ってこなかったのか。
What's this?
地面に何かこぼれている。
Some kind of liquid on the ground.
牛乳のような。
Milk.
白い血。人工血液なのか。
Isn't that a thing in what is it, Revengeance? Almond milk, gross. Dumpster, there's just enough room for someone to hide behind it or maybe even in it. It's the same kind as the one out by the street. Someone's placed some garbage bags next to it, maybe it's full. Continues further back. Let's advance. More blood? He must be around here. Somebody wrote a bad word. Yep. The one with riding. Definitely doesn't look like blood. These garbage bags have been placed next to the dumpster and they're made of biodegradable plastic. The plastic has started to decompose. They must have been here for a while. Looks like the bags are full of old food. There's a drum there. Wall's got pipes going up and down it. These pipes, they have barbed wire on them. I doubt anyone can climb them. I wish my brother played Revengeance a long time ago. What a ride. Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't played it yet. But I've seen a little bit of it and yeah, it's pretty crazy. Has to be around here. Let me check some more. But the blood goes further back. This is a dumpster I saw before. Jesus, I can smell it from here. He's bleeding a hell of a lot. The trail stops here, meaning he can't be far away. Wooden boxes filled with empty bottles. They'd be the perfect size for someone to hide behind. It's definitely one of the places he could be. Also right around where the blood stops. You'd have a perfect view of the alley from behind there. Then let's look. Oh. What did I just do? Interesting. Type of blood developed to improve the oxygen and other nutrient and transportation efficiency of blood, as well to provide a solution to the lack of blood available for transfusions. Based mainly on substances such as perfluorocarbons and fluorescein diazite. diacetate, which were used in the... I lost my place. The latter half of the 20th century for storing organs is also called milk blood because the red blood cells are white in color. Although it does possess superior oxygen transportation efficiency and regenerative abilities, the strain it places on the kidneys makes it necessary for them to be genetically modified and for these to undergo regular hemodialysis in order for it to be used for extended periods of time. For these reasons, it is not permitted for use by the general public. It is currently... Ooh, has their original blood placed in cryogenic storage and can switch back to it at any time. Ew. On the genetic level, instead of through previous techniques to show you hormone treatment, therefore is also adult virtual reality. One of the darker sides of VR that disregards the virtual reality ethical guidelines, this type of entertainment has become a problem for a variety of reasons. Let's see home. Slang for Earth. Ah! Came into use after human beings began colonizing outer space and looked back on where their species originated. Ease. Kojima sees all, the past and the future. Kojima bless. Kojima bless. Okay, let's figure this one out. Certainly could be in there. There's something about it. Gotta be careful around there. It matches exactly where the blood stops. Son of a bitch, I can't see a thing. What do you want me to do about it? That other door is a possibility too. Hey! Hey, what was that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this gun sucks. Also, how is he doing this? This gun is terrible. Got him.
なぜだ。手応えはあったはずだ。奴は不死身なのか。
I might not be able to deal with the shooting in this game. I gotta follow him. I am not gonna let you get away. Is Lorraine okay?
恐ろしく足の速いやつだ。しかしこの先は行き止まりのはず。地面に何か書いてある。これは文字のようだ。さっきのゴミ箱の落書きとは質が違うようだ。
I'll kill you.
なめた野郎だ。挑戦状のつもりか。
He wrote that in his own milk blood. There are more wooden boxes here. These are empty though. Doesn't look like he's been here. How did he have time to write this in his own milk blood? More boxes here too. There's enough room to hide behind these. It's concrete wall. I don't see anywhere he could hide. I don't think he'd hide in the same place twice. I don't think you could climb this. Even if you use boxes as a foothold, you still wouldn't get anywhere. You're hiding in a spot like that again? You're gonna kill me, huh? So it's taking to you so long. Show yourself, asshole. Only place someone could hide would be that hollow over there. Hollow? Can't really tell from here. Pixie! I forgot he was over there. Shoot him! Yeah, let's save.
雪が止んだわ。よかった。またあなたと一緒に星が見られた。会いたかったわ。この28年間。
ロレイン、
その時計まだしてくれてるのね。
時間にルーズな俺に君がくれたものだ。
私たちの時間は止まっていたのに。ジョナサン、お願い。カレンは病気なの。助けてあげて。カレンは。
ロレイン、ロレイン、
知り合いか。
友人だ。古い。
かわいそうにビヨンドから来たんだろう。
いや、戻ってきたんだ。戻ってきたんだ。
This dude's still smoking. Even as the love of his life dies in his arms, he's still gotta have a cigarette.
本日は ASL797 便をご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。
当機はグラビティターンに移り、順調にビヨンドコーストへの軌道を飛行しております。
なお、これより先は無重量状態となりますので、ご気分の悪くなられた方はウィンドウ脇の呼び出しボタンを押してお近くのスチュワーデスまでご連絡ください。
What the heck?
どうしたんですか？
気分が悪いようですね。宇宙は苦手で。宇宙酔いですか。珍しいね。
SAS。
宇宙は初めて。いや、昔事故で宇宙を漂流して、それで宇宙恐怖症に。それは大変ですね。スチュワーデスに行って薬をもらったらどうです？コールボタンなら壁の赤いスイッチですよ。いや、まだ大丈夫。
That's an interesting hair color. You got there,
気を
bub.
紛らわすには話すのが一番です。隣に座ったのも何かの縁です。よろしく。私はレッドウッドです。
ああ、イングラムです。よろしく。
Never trust somebody with slicked back hair. Remarkable, isn't it? An emotionless vacuum in which only the tiniest of organisms can survive. Yeah, keep talking about space to the cosmophobic. There's a button to call a stewardess and a button for the TV there. It's got a really pale complexion. Why is your skin that color? Because of my artificial blood. My red blood cells are actually white. White blood. Lizard dude with purple hair. He's a first generation artificial blood, which is less complex than the third generation kind you see on Home. It's kind of awkward to talk to. He looks like a zombie or something. Doesn't even look like he's blinking. Pale skin, magenta purple hair, doesn't blink. What an interesting guy. Mind if we talk? Yes? Kinda hard to judge myself objectively. What's that emblem on your jacket? This is the police knots emblem. Police knots, they're from back in the day. What sort of badge is that? Oh, it's just this thing I have. Kind of a good luck charm. You can't just ask people why they're different colors! Why is your skin that color? I don't know! I was born that way. Alright, let's talk. Beyond is a very nice place. It has 1G artificial gravity and its own plant life. Terrestrials enjoy it a lot there too. Terrestrial. Aliens? What detailed information you should talk to the stewardess. About your skin color, it's really like that because of the artificial blood all the time? It's always like this, yes. Are you from Beyond? Yes, I was born and raised there. I had a family matter to attend to on Home. Yourself, are you a terrestrial? Not exactly, I used to be an amphibian. What? Does everyone get slamming hair in the future because I need to take an ice nap? TM, if so. Right? Jonathan's got a business in the front, party in the back going on there. Light blue. Let's see. Lorraine had like brown hair. Who else was there? I think Hojo just had like black hair. You know, these two are really the only ones we've seen with a weird hair color. You know, going back and forth between Home and Beyond. An amphibian, you're one of the amphibians? What strange names. It was a long time ago, back when we were called astronauts. Hang on, I gotta amphibian. Slang for a person who travels between Earth and outer space has replaced the antiquated astronaut in common usage, though the latter is still used for scientific and historical purposes. Terrestrial, slang for a person born on Earth. Ah, okay. Not an extraterrestrial, just a terrestrial. That's a lot of acronyms. Well, chat, if there's anything you don't understand, just let me know and I'll look it up in the dictionary. Jonathan Ingram, it's me. Must look like hell right now. It might not make much sense to terrestrials, but Beyond is a home to me. Beyond is home to me. First generation artificial blood. Are you in the military? Something like that. I am a frozener. What? What? Well, let's see. But, sorry, there's no but here. No buts here. Oh right, I was gonna look at Frozener. Person created from an artificially fertilized egg. Oh, a test tube baby. Time to find another game. Person created from an artificially fertilized egg and cryogenic. Later transferred to a surrogate mother for gestation and delivery. Frozener's egg is inserted in an egg and make the individual better adapted to space's environment, allowing them to endure a wide range of activities in space that would give a normal person great difficulties. Frozeners are legally in a class of their own. They are tattooed with an identification code on their forehead. That's what that is. Prisoners are common on Beyond Coast and not discriminated against in any way by other Beyonds. Many are employed by military or working environment positions. Prisoners caught the government and chased them the breeders. It's rumored they are also given anti-aging treatment through telomere lengthening. Is that an E or an O? Yeah, the forehead tattoo is pretty yikes. At least we know what the heck that is, though. Sorry if I'm being rude, but what's that writing on your forehead? This is my tag. All Frozeners have one. Well, let's ask him about Frozeners. What do you mean by Frozener? Frozener is someone created from an artificially fertilized egg held in cryogenic storage by the government, or the breeders as we call them. The egg is later transferred to a surrogate mother for gestation and delivery. Oh yeah, I've heard a little bit about them. There's still a severe manpower shortage in space development. You sound like I'm boring you. Must be a pretty busy guy. Not really, no. After all, space has been at peace in the entire century. Job Beyond. We're approaching its 13th birthday. There are festivities going on all over the Beyond to mark the anniversary. Pretty blurry. What does having artificial blood do for somebody? Artificial blood has a higher oxygen transportation efficiency than normal blood, so it makes heavy blood loss less of a life-threatening condition. The body's functions aren't negatively affected in areas of low oxygen density either. Yeah, that's perfect for people working in space. Hang on a second. I see you injured your arm. Did it happen on the job? I just burned it a little. Always be suspicious of slicked back hair, guys. You asked about his background, his job, beyond. Okay. When are we going to arrive? We're just past the halfway point. When are we going to arrive? I see you're very concerned with the time. I just can't seem to settle down. Just past the halfway point. We still have a while to go yet. So why hasn't it been adopted for widespread use? A normal person's kidneys and lungs wouldn't be able to process this type of artificial blood. We need to make slight improvements to the kidneys and lungs via genetic modification and also undergo regular hemodialysis. I gotta give John props for not sniffing the guy like someone else would? What? Sniffing? Why would anybody sniff him? What? That requires incredible amounts of money and proper facilities. Guess we can't really expect the public to be on it anytime soon then. You're asking about the writing on my forehead. All frozeners have my identification code like this tagged onto your forehead, surprising as it may seem. We had a choice to sniff Mika, and I started over after we did that, so that's not canon. Mika was never sniffed. Also, Redwood isn't a girl, so... It is not canon. Those are for SAS, I don't need any. At least not in a photo. Why am I not surprised? You see that about as often as that emblem. You must have a real thing for them. Totally not canon. Many watches like that nowadays. Is it radio controlled type? Yeah, this model is actually one of the first watches ever used in outer space. Modified into a radio controlled watch. Oh. Oh! If you're bored, why don't you call the stewardess over? Oh! Oh no, I remember this part. I know this part. Oh no.
気を楽にしてください。
ありがとう。
何か私にできることございますか？
There it is. Oh my god. Oh, are you not wearing a bra? They look so pretty. That's right, you don't need a bra in zero gravity, nor do you need to worry about your hips, breasts, or cheeks sagging. Your uniform is a nice color, it really brings out You may not know we wear a rubber undershirt too. Helps prevent the muscles from atrophying in zero gravity. Contrary to its appearance, this is excellent material for zero gravity. It doesn't feel very comfortable though. As long as it looks good. As long as it looks good. I'm glad I picked this one. I might not have seen such a beautiful exterior otherwise. Well, thank you. Excuse me, yes. Mega creep time indeed. Beyond Coast, mankind's first space colony was completed in 2010. Since immigration was open to the general public in 2013, the colony's population has grown to approximately 1 million people. Nearly 1/3 of its current population is made up of second-generation inhabitants. The medical definition of space adaptation syndrome, or SAS. I'll call it SAS. You're so sassy. The symptoms one experiences during adaptation to zero gravity. It varies from person to person, but over 50% of people develop symptoms within 1 to 2 hours of entering weightlessness. Normally, spend the night in an Earth-orbiting space station and then travel the rest of the way in an orbital transfer vehicle. This is a direct flight to Beyond, which takes about 2 days. So we'll be there soon. According to stricter space debris regulations, the plane doesn't eject waste out into space like before. So you don't get the chance to see any space fireflies like Project Mercury's astronaut Glenn or Milky Way's like Aurora 7's astronaut Carpenter. How much longer will it be until we arrive? We're not far from Beyond now. You can give me something for my SAS. SAS. You need to get you something for that SAS. It must be really uncomfortable for you, but these things do take a while to take effect, you know. You might not need it in a little bit. Yeah, I know, but I'd still rather take something. I think you'll be alright. We'll be arriving at Beyond shortly. What? How do you... Give me the medicine. Relax effects. Relax effects. Who makes this? Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Oh really? Thanks, here goes nothing. Alright. Whatever. If you're free, how about showing a stranger around Beyond? I don't know if that's such a good idea. I just shouldn't be having dinner in the stars after he lands down. I'm trying to do my job here, you know. Man, what should I do? I consider it if you worked for Tokugawa. Dang, girl! Ever seen capsules like these before? Just took for something for SAS, remember? Recognize this photo? Yes, I see them in textbooks. They were Beyond's original cops. Nobody's gonna mention how he looks remarkably like one of those police knots. First, all of the colony is a cylinder type. It's 6.5 kilometers in diameter and 32 kilometers in length. Makes one complete rotation every 2 minutes, creating artificial gravity virtually equal to that of Earth's 1G. The colony's surfaces and mirrors are divided into 3 sections around its central axis, with each an area of 90 square kilometers. The first and only O'Neill-type colony. Beyond isn't as far from Earth as some people think. It's approximately 380,000 kilometers from Earth, which is about the same as the distance between Earth and the Moon. Huh. That's what people tend to be the most curious about. By changing the angles of 3 solar mirrors, Beyond is able to create the effect of a day-night cycle and maintain a comfortable temperature year-round. The climate is virtually identical to that to the west coast of the United States. That's the other reason it's called Beyond Coast. More Cali. The environment isn't as alien as some people expect. It's an almost perfect recreation of Earth's. It's an artificial clouds, various forms of precipitation, and even wind as well. The partial pressures of the oxygen and carbon dioxide in its atmosphere are also the same, although the partial pressure of nitrogen is reduced by half to lower the risk of fire. Man, this game and Xenosaga both go hard in on the world building when it comes to space. Can you stay a little longer? Sure, if I could be of help. Oh my god. Oh no! I'm gonna do it. I don't think I've ever felt a pair in zero gravity before. What are you doing? That was terrible. That was extra creepy. Call me again if you need anything. I would have punched him straight in the face if he did that. Okay, we're never doing that again.
少し眠ったらどうです？
そうですね。宇宙酔いも楽になりましたから。
何かあれば起こしてあげますよ。
それじゃあ。
He still has a cigarette in his mouth.
お疲れ様でした。当機は間もなくビヨンドコースト宇宙港に到着いたします。到着ロビーにて国際宇宙検疫制度に従った消毒殺菌入国手続きをお願いいたします。なお、ただいまジュースと食塩錠剤をお配りしております。フライト中に体外へ流出した体液を補給するようご利用ください。本日は当 ASL のスペースプレーンをご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。またのご利用をお待ちしております。まもなくビヨンド宇宙港に接岸します。
Beyond Coast. He got a big nose. Hey, we made it disc 2. I don't know what I'm doing. We beat the boss. The boss was 0G boobies. Act 1 Beyond. Gotta remember we're on disc 2 now.
Beyond Coast. 天と地が一つに見えるところ。ここは本当のあの世、ビヨンドかもしれん。地球でのネゴシエーター特権もここでは通用しまい。一人で北条の行方を探すのは困難かもしれない。エド・ブラウンに協力を仰ぐのが賢明だろう。 奴なら快く引き受けてくれるはずだ。エドはビヨンド警察 BCP にいる。
BCP。
奴も50代半ばのはず。ポリスノーツ時代からだから、きっと BCP でも出世してるに違いない。念のためにポリスノーツ時代の写真とロレインの写真を持ってきた。何かの役に立つかもしれない。 BCP はこの宇宙港の近くにあるはず。まずはエドを探しに BCP へ急ごう。
It's a jumbo TV screen. It's showing news from BBC. Plants have been selectively bred to photosynthesize artificial light as well as natural light, perfect for replenishing the colony's oxygen supply. A person looks like they're waiting for a flight. Seems like they've only got a carry-on bag. There's passengers everywhere. Space is within everybody's reach now. The space plane pilot. Active amphibians can adapt to a 1G environment almost right away. We're displaying information about spaceplane departures and arrivals. I can't get over how many flights there are. Level of police authority, such as being able to enter houses related to investigations and possess firearms, the general public is normally not permitted to own, afforded to negotiators in certain parts of Earth. Coots gun control bill. Ew. That's what I thought she was talking about, but Okay. Where do we go? The escalator goes up to the second floor. Yep. Where do we go? Alright.
よし、BCP へ急ごう。
よし。
ここが BCP か。さあ、エドに会えるといいな。
These are police suits BCP uses? They look like something you take to war. It's like the entrance. BCPD. These are police cars you're using nowadays? They don't look any different from the ones on home. These are more my thing than those suits. Guess I'll head inside.
ここが BCP のロビーか。広いんだな。
おい、あんた、何の用だい？被害届でも出すのかい？
Let me guess, undercover and doing a pretty bad job of it. A BCP cop. Looks like your typical police getup. Call girl, a staple of modern society. You not from around here? Want to get away from here, baby? Real good price, I promise. Why are you doing that in a police station? Map of Beyond Coast. The place looks like some sort of control room. BCP cop. He looks like the receptionist. Maybe I'll try asking this guy about Ed.
Oh.
This guy looks like a douche.
俺はジョナサン・イングラム。地球で探偵をしてる。
それでビヨン
Bob.
ドまでわざわざどうしたんだい？
昔ここに勤務してたことがある。
へえ、本当かい？ぶち込まれてたってわけじゃないだろうな。
警官をしてたんだ。当時の旧友に会いに来た。
なるほど。同窓会でもしようってわけか。それで話してみな。
So it's a crime situation here these days. I know you didn't come here to ask me that. Whatever. It's been 30 years, what do you expect? I try to tell you it's a safe place and everything, but in reality, Beyond's the same as any big city. On home. See there? Comes with the territory. See her there? Comes with the territory. That's what always happens when a bunch of people live together. And when the city turns dirty, us cops have to play dirty. Uh-oh. You know, I do have a job to do here. No sympathy, huh? It's been over 20 years since the place got going. Times change. AP does all the real work here nowadays. They're the ones that hit the streets. Old cops like me get the desk work. AP stands for Advanced Police. It's the elite unit the chief created. They get the latest EMPs and Frozeners. Who's that there? Not the plainclothes guy, it's the other one. No cop like me. The AP unit works out of the AP room. That's where they got all the advanced equipment. We get the BS work. EMPS are police suits developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries and BCP for use in and around the colony. EMPS stands for Extra Vehicular Mobility Police Suit. There are things out front, right? Yeah, I saw them. Those are the Goddard model. They're guys born from the fertilized eggs the government's got. Normally they get sent to the military, but the chief uses them in AP too. Yeah, they use that white artificial blood, right? Anyways, I'm here to see Ed Brown. This guy's a douche. You know, the former policeman, Ed Brown? Ed Brown? That's who you're here to see? Jesus, you came all the way from home to see him? He's in the dump. The dump? Yeah, man, I just wanna punch him. Yeah, Vice. BCP's dumping ground. He's in charge there. You said Vice? If guys like us get the BS work, you can imagine the fun they have. AP handles just about everything they used to do. I don't know why they still call it Vice. It's down in the basement, we call it the cave. Why is that? It's dark, smelly, and weird stuff goes on the walls. That's what Ed does now? Poor Ed. Aw. Can you tell me if you've ever seen this man anywhere? What does he have to do with anything? I thought you were here to see Ed. You know this picture, right? You're a police not too? Damn, I had no idea. Oh right, you and Ed. Makes sense now. So, you had anti-aging ops or something? Like I told you, AP does all the work around here. The police knots are a joke now. When you make these capsules, what are those supposed to be? Don't recognize them. Yeah, this guy's useless.
その言葉は風紀課に行ってからにした方がいいぜ。
どうして？
聞かなかった方が良かったかもな。立ちの落ちぶれた姿は見たくないもんだ。
地下だな、風紀課は。
あんた、エドに伝えてくれ。早くやめちまいなって。いつまでもただ飯食らってると惨めだってな。
俺は便利屋じゃない。言いたけりゃ自分の口で言うんだ。
Ha ha! Got him.
ここが噂に名高い風紀課か。なるほど。優遇されてる部署とは思えんな。
Hey! Guess who? She's quite a tall woman, must be at least 6 feet. Don't look at the APs the guy in the lobby was talking about. Their complexions are normal. He's eating a hamburger. I remember me and Ed used to hit the fast food joints all the time. You hungry or something? Forget it. Don't even ask. Yeah, they can't be APs. Machine looks really old. I wonder what it's for. Yeah, Meryl! In Naruto, I guess. Somebody's snoring. Hey, it's a dartboard. I see why they call this place the Jump. Is that a Monster Garage kit? Yeah, it's from the 30cm King of the Monsters vinyl series. Designed by Noboru Sakai III. Noboru Sakai III. I rate this from a Zero G kit. By casting the parts in zero gravity, you prevent seams and air bubbles from forming. They even sell made in space garage kits now, huh? Bookstand. That's a lot of paper media. Plus that cop was writing away. Bookstand. Reminds me of LAPD. Must be the boss's area, seeing as it's a complete mess. What does he say about Vice's Chew with the place looking like this? Turn this down a little bit. Not what I want. Is that Ed? I can't make out the face. Yeah, that's Ed, alright. Ed, you bum! It's barely even lunch. Hey, Ed! Z. He's out cold. Unbelievable. Ed, wake up! Yo, Ed, get up, damn it!
居眠りするにはまだ早いぜ。
ジョナサン
30年も先回りしやがって。
ジョナサンイングラムか。懐かしいな。
エドも元気そうだな。
ジョナサン、よく来てくれた。ゆっくりしてってくれ。この通り俺の方は暇を持てましてる。そうだ、ビヨンドでも案内しようか。
エド、違うんだ。実は頼みがあってきたんだ。
頼み？
ああ、助けが欲しい。俺の捜査に協力してくれ。ロレインの夫、徳川製薬の北条健三という男がこのビヨンドで行方不明になっている。俺はロレインの依頼でその北条の消息を。
My man。
エド。
ジョナサン、すまんがそういうことなら力にはなれん。
エド、ロレインが殺されたんだ。俺の目の前で。何か大きな事件に巻き込まれたに違いないんだ。
すまん、ジョナサン。
どうしちまったんだよ、エド。いつからそんなふぬけになった？
頭を冷やせ、ジョナサン。この一件は我々の担当ではない。ホームの警察に任せるのが一番だ。
エド。
ジョナサン、BCP で俺たちのことを何て呼ばれてるか知ってるか？ジャンク屋だ。ここはクズしか集まってこん。後がないんだ。
昔のエドはどこへ行ったんだ？俺の知ってるあのエドは。
ジョナサン、お前の知ってるエドは30歳も若いエドだ。今の俺は違う。守るべき家族もローンもある。年を取れば勇気もなくなる。失敗も恐れる。権力にも屈するようになるんだ。俺はゲイツのように器用ではない。
エド、
俺はここでこの汚い地下で机にしがみついているのが精一杯だ。今のこの地位もゲイツの情けだ。
分かった。それ以上言うな。
デカ長がやらないんなら私が手伝うわ。
メリルがやるっていうんならその話に乗った。
お前たちバカなこと言うな。こんなことが上にバレたら終わりだぞ。
終わりってデカ長、ここがその終わりなんじゃないの？
エド、俺は30年の間にいろんなものを失っちまった。ロレインも。だがこれで本当に全てを失っちまったってわけだな。
ああ。
無理を言ったな、エド。じゃあな。
なんてこった。あと3年だぞ。あと3年で無事定年だってのに。たくジョナサン、表だっては協力できんからな。
エド、
それから無茶はごめんだぞ。無茶は
分かってるさ、エド。心配するな。
お前の心配
That's what I'm worried about.
それからメリルにデイブ、お前らこの件には手を出すな。いいな。この件は俺の個人的な問題だ。
了解デカ長、手は出さないわ。
口は出すけどね。
たく、あ、ジョナサン、遅れたがこいつらを紹介しておく。メリルにデイブだ。メリルはホーム生まれのホーム育ち。元ハイテク特殊部隊フォックスハウンドの最後の隊員だ。
Foxhound?
ザンジバーランド陥落に参加した。
Zanzibar!
地球なまりがひどいと思った。
よろしく、ホリスノーツさん。
デイブはビヨンド生まれ、ビヨンド育ちのビヨンズだ。
よろしくジョナサン。エレストリアルは大歓迎だよ。ホームはいいもんな。僕もホームの移住願いを申請中なんだ。よ
ろしくメリルにデイブ。
さてジョナサン、どうしよう。とりあえず PCP 内を案内しようか。お前もポリスノーツだったんだ。興味はあるだろ。
John is Sonic in profile. Gotta go fast! Oh god, here we go. You gotta keep fast, I bet you have a flirty side to you. You should ask the chief about the last guy who hit on me. You go, girl. Call me cute again, I hate jokes. So what should I say? How about, oh Meryl, you have sickly radiance. Radiance? You look like a mellow guy, total opposite of most cops I've known. All my life, everyone's told me all I ever do is smile. It bugged my teachers. Dave thinks he looks cool like this. Come on, Jonathan, don't look at me like that. What about this hamburger, though? Is that a Maximum hamburger? It became famous after they set up that so-called drive-thru for astronauts. I used to eat a lot of them on home. It's beyond version of the 1G meal. I can't get enough of these. Beyond there are 2 types of meals. The other one's a 0G meal. I like the 1G meal. Dave wants to try a carbonated drink on home. Thinks that carbonated drinks and beer don't taste very good in 0 gravity, so they're impossible to come by here. Then even when you try and get them shipped from home, they spoil along the way. What's that shirt you're wearing? It's from the Repatriatist movement. I'm a repatriatist myself. Mankind should return to home. We don't belong out here. Jesus, Dave, not so loud. You could kiss your job goodbye if the brass found out you're a repatriatist. Repatriatist? Repatriatist? Repatriatist. That's what I'm going with. Arctic is becoming more and more polluted every year, and the movement says we should cease all space exploration and development and return to home. Go home, Dave, jeez. Not a real tattoo? No, just a paint tattoo. It stays on for about half a year. I am still a woman after all. Gun seems a little big for a woman. This is a magma monster special, the biggest lift gun in the world. So it's a lift gun, the kind of gun that suppresses recoil, allowing you to use in zero gravity. Almost all guns on the colony are lift guns. A second explosion There's a second explosion the moment a bullet exits the muzzle, kind of like a rocket, that serves as the bullet's main propulsion. That's why there's still little recoil. Wouldn't another explosion right outside the gun throw off your aim? No. See, you have a laser that keeps you locked on your target. There's other features that absorb the residue recoil anyway. I'll take my recoil any day. Have you practiced at the shooting range here? It's got several different programs. You should check it out sometime. Thanks, I'm a pretty good shot, but I guess it won't hurt. I haven't had a game over yet, thankfully. I need water. I wouldn't mind watching you practice sometime. I love to see what that thing can do. Is that a bandana for zero gravity? Fourth wall obliterated! I wonder what he would have said if we did get a game over. No sweat, I got it from one of the instructors in No sweat, I got it from one of the instructors in Foxhound. He said it'd keep the angel of death away. It saved my butt a number of times. Most of them have been for stopping bleeding. That's quite a knife. It's a Nishio combat knife. It's for protection. I've carried one ever since I was in the military. No one would ever go after you. Is that a bulletproof vest? It's a life preserver. I just like the way it looks. That's like most of the people here, I don't know how to swim, so I guess you could say it's the other reason I wear it. You don't need to wear a vest on Beyond. They send EMPS to all the trouble spots. There's no such thing as safe to a cop. You can never be too careful. Relax, Jonathan. What the heck is on his nose? Michael, go fast! Thanks for the follow! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Your nose looks a little red. Yeah, it's just the way it is. I guess I do rub it a lot. Okay. What kind of sensors do those goggles have? None! These are the type of goggles the biplane pilots wore back in the 20th century. One of my dreams is to fly a hang glider on home, to have nothing between me and the wind. Now that I think about it, there aren't any aircraft in here, are there? Welcome! Nope, no gliders, planes, choppers, nothing. So we get a life preserver and a pair of goggles. What's the point? How would you ever use them here? Oh, I most certainly do. Yeah, how? They make me feel good. These two. Let's talk. Meryl? Yeah, what is it? You put that knife away, I won't fight you. Sorry, what? Wait, did you say you like me? I'm not even gonna try. Why don't you tell me about yourself? That's a surprise. No one's ever said that to me before. Not in person, anyway. I'm mainly into bikes and combat. I like men, but not in that way. Dave is fashion. He is the fashion. Freaking life preserver and goggles. Aircraft goggles. And a red nose. Of course, ever since I came here, half of me's died. But you can't ride bikes on Colony. Well, you can, but only electric ones. They don't let you import gas engine models. Bike's nothing without the speed. You wouldn't be much without the military either, huh? So, you were in the military and home? Why'd you join? Everyone in my family was in the military. I guess that's why. I think they kinda hoped I would. What's it like working here? Advice? Pretty boring. Catching johns and prostitutes with undercover stings, basic patrols of the colony, that kind of stuff. What do you mean boring? That's the big area for prostitution in the center colony called Kabuki Quarter. Tourists from home like to go there for zero gravity sex. Rearrest them, they get on the bill. It's an endless cycle. I don't like it there because I get sass. ever since I'm a terrestrial. Why is it called Kabuki Quarter? There's this red light district in late 20th century Japan known as Kabuki-cho. There was an explosion in the number of cases STBO in Japan back then. There's an explosion in the number of cases STBO in Japan. Kabuki-cho was hit particularly hard. So our friends packed up and moved things here. There are rumors Tokugawa helped fund the place as a gesture towards his employees. That's the guy who's gone missing? That must be his wife next to him, right? So that's Hojo. Just look like this type who just leave everything and take off. What's this? Who's that next to you? Oh, it's just an old memento. We all have our pasts, you especially. You have a cold or something? You look so young here, Chief. Yeah, okay. Sup? Why'd you become a cop? Well, as you know, I was born here on Beyond. I've never been outside the cylinder. I became a cop because I thought I could get transferred at home. It takes time for Beyond to obtain an immigration visa. Sometimes years. It's not easy either with all the checks they do. You're lucky, Jonathan. Zero Gmail. Oh, interesting. High-tech special force students found in the 90s just found winter conflicts and surge terrorists. Foxhound differentiates itself from other special forces competition. Wow. Metal Gear came from all this, huh? Oh no, Metal Gear came first. That's right. I forgot this came out in like 1994. When I was a kid, Beyond was a safe place. That's why I decided to become a cop. I figured it wouldn't be a dangerous job. I had no idea. Sorry to hear that. Now the dirtbags started showing up. Our job is to put away as many of those dirtbags as we can.
ヨナさん、それじゃあ BCP 内を案内しようか。
いいのか？
いいんだよ。お前を一人にする方が心配だ。びっくりするぞ。ここはホームの警察とはかなり違う。さあ、どこへ案内しよ
う。Forensics. That sounds fun.
よ、ドクトル先生。
わしはビクトルじゃ。いつになったらちゃんと呼んでくれるんじゃ。
諦めた方がいい。エドは物覚えが悪いんだ。
お、誰じゃねその人は。
ジョナさん、紹介するよ。BCP の鑑識を担当しているビクトル・ユルゲンス先生だ。
よろしく。ジョナサン・イングラムだ。OLA で探偵をしている。
ほう、あんたがあの有名なイングラム飛行士？若い頃あんたの火星有人飛行の中継をワクワクして見ていたよ。そうか、戻ってきたんじゃな、あんたのホームに。よろしくな。
Yeah. Alright, what the heck is this? It's my aid analyzer. What you see on the monitor is visual representation of the aid's AI. I named him Gorby. He responds to my voice. Piece of paper of chemical formulas for transferase. Transferase is on them. I discovered them myself not that long ago either. You're still using paper? Writing out ring structures is complicated stuff. It takes longer trying to do them on computer. I don't like to waste any of my time. Moustache shoots at scientists like you. I had this since my 20s. Drives the ladies crazy when I wiggle it. There's blood on your clothes. I should think so. I've had this gown since my first autopsy. That's the blood of every single body I've looked at over the years. Guess you could say it's a piece of their souls too. Okay. He looks like one stubborn SOB. He's a terrestrial, alright. The face is like the rings of a tree. What else can you tell from this mug? Doctor? I'm listening. Can you tell me more about that AID doohickey? AID is short for Auto Analysis Identification Device. It's an AI gadget for doing analyses. It's on a number of sensors like a spectrograph, a gas chromatograph, and a geotechnical sounder. You made it yourself? How, are you kidding? I wouldn't even know where to start. AID's analysis programs were created by this guy on home. This dude and a wacky robot friend. My area of expertise is medical examinations, but with my aid I can perform most other analysis too. AP has its own science team, so we're on a shoestring budget here. It's just Gorby and me. The further computer analysis programs, the less use there is for people like me. When did you move to Beyond? I was born in Moscow. Moscow! Back when socialists ran the country. That picture back there was taken around the time I was born. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, I went to America to study forensics medicine and later became a medical examiner. I've done autopsies on over 30,000 bodies throughout my career. Okay. In my 40s, I became interested in studying bodies in space and came here. You see the bodies you get in zero gravity. The decomposition stages are freaky stuff. You look at this picture. Where's this? It's Russia, the old Soviet Union, I should say. That's where I'm from. Been about 50 years since the last time I was there. I'm actually here looking for a missing person. Supposing he's already dead, how possible would it be to transfer his body outside the colony? You can never take a body outside Beyond single-handedly. You got a pretty tight security system in place. It'd be easier to transport them out while they're still alive and kill them somewhere else. They're becoming stricter and stricter about space debris every year. Who are these guys? They look Japanese. This is Kinzo Hojo, the man who's disappeared. This is the guy you're looking for? Ooh, let's ask him about the capsules. Got him.
Oh, なんじゃ。それか？
あ、これもそうだが、もう一つある。
全部見せてみ。
Capsules in a leaf? Can you do it? Never turned down a request from one of the police knots, could I? It stays between us, okay, Doctor? Give me a little time, it shouldn't take too long. Thanks, Victor, no problem, I'll get started right away. Alright, let's go do something else while he's doing that, I guess. Thanks for your time, Victor.
すごい地球なまりだ。安心するよ。
ビヨンズは冷徹に話すからな。地球のように流暢なアクセントがない。ここが BCP を支える AP 隊員。
Hey, it's that guy.
時代の最先端を行く主力部署だ。正面にいるのが AP の隊長であり、 この BCP の本部長でもあるゲイツ・ベッカーだ。
ゲイツか。偉くなったもんだ。
30年ぶりだろう、ジョナサン。あいつも変わった。さあ、紹介しよ
う。
Wow, he looks evil.
久しぶりだな。
ジョナサン・イングラム。ジョナサンじゃないか。いつこっちへ？
ゲイツ、BCP 本部長だって。出世だな。おめでとう。嬉しいよ。
いや、みんなのおかげだ。私一人の力ではない。ジョナサン、あの事故の件は。
Oh, he's a nice guy.
残念だった。あの鉛筆事故がなければ、君がこの椅子に座っていたかもしれん。
その話はやめてくれ。
ま、同じポリスノーツとして大歓迎するよ。どうだ、観光はまだか？
いや、観光で来たわけじゃない。
で、どうした？
実は、
ジョナサン。
人を探している。名前は北条健三。ビヨンドの徳川製薬社員だ。
徳川
？3週間前にこのビヨンドから姿を消した。捜査を依頼に来た彼のワイフは地球で殺された。
穏やかではないな。本部長、私は。ジョナサン、徳川が絡んでいるとなればことは単純では済まない。悪いが BCP として公には協力できん。その代わりエドを使ってくれていい。徳川に何かあれば最終的には我々が乗り出す。エド、北条の捜査に全面的に協力してやってくれ。ただし内密にな。わかりました。
恩に着る、ゲイツ。
ジョナサン、歓迎はするが派手にはせんでくれよ。約束してくれ。
わかった。迷惑はかけない。
しかし久しぶりだな、まったく。
It's Drachma with 2 eyes and 2 arms. You aged pretty well, Gates. I suppose I've been luckier than some. As your uniform looks more like something you find in the military. You shouldn't stare at people like that. Chief? What is it? What happened to the others? Tokugawa resigned from BCP 20 years ago to head up the Tokugawa group. Salvatore quit, I suppose 10 years or so ago, and apparently went back to home. The day you left us will probably be the last time we work together. Police Knots eventually evolved into proper police force we have today. AP do most of the work here now. They're a mobile police unit. BCP is better equipped to do its job with the introduction of AP. Traditional cops have had to do more or less shift duties. AP were created to be a new breed of space police designed around the special set of conditions you have on a colony. Oh jeez. Recruit AP members from government frozeners. It's dangerous work. Having family or friends is only a burden. It was one of the lessons of your accident. On top of that, they only use sperm-carrying genes well suited to space's environment when they fertilize frozener eggs. In other words, they select the fathers from past astronauts. Meaning we could be responsible for some of these guys? Possibility is there. You could say frozeners are literally the sons of us astronauts. That seems barbaric in a way. In addition to their normal police duties, AP also uses MPS to perform rescue operations inside the colony. MPS are a type of mechanical suit used both inside and outside the colony, born from cooperation between Tokugawa Heavy Industries and ourselves. They employ a bilateral master-slave manipulator, which allows for 7 degrees of freedom, just like the human body. Technology is the product of Tokugawa Heavy Industries' research on master-slave manipulators. That year you had your accident, and it's a far cry from the performance and reliability. Why don't they just turn it into robots while they're at it? The visual sensors in today's robots take 1 full second longer than human to process data. A second to make all the difference in the world out here. Teleexistence is a more feasible option. I mean, controlling EMPS by remote? Wouldn't have to worry about exposure to cosmic rays that way either. Mind you, we still have problems such as communications interference and time lag to overcome first. System for controlling a machine via a device that reads human movement. Introduction of has made this type of control reality. Yeah. Oh. Police on home have been in touch with us and as it involved the murder of a Beyond. But a senseless crime. Who would have thought something like that would happen to your ex-wife? What's OLA saying? They concluded that she is the victim of a bomb planted by repatriatists, or possibly eco-terrorists, but there's not much to go on. Actually, we don't have jurisdiction over OLA here. There's nothing we can do. It's difficult for us to obtain any sort of detailed information. Our relationship with the police on home isn't the best. That's why I want you to keep this under the radar, understood? Yeah, of course. Thanks again, Gates. EMPS don't possess any singular points. What are those? Singular point occurs when you have a limit to how far you're able to move a joint in a given direction. Previous manipulators have all had singular points due to shortcomings in their joint drive mechanisms. The moving body 3D analysis algorithm developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries have succeeded in eliminating singular points from EMPS. Uncompuous? Always breathing down our necks. We end up with the international hits in our hands if we're not careful. This is the guy who's gone missing. He seems very like all the other people we found at Tokugawa. And then for Lorraine to be killed as well. See you later. You can tell this guy's important because he's the only one without his helmet on. It's what's his face. Terminals display data sent here around the clock by operators. He's an AP officer. They can access any sort of data on Beyond from these terminals. I guess these days of hitting the streets for these are over, eh? You can do it all from here. What's that thing there, that tube in their arm? It's part of the dialysis procedure for their artificial blood. You have to undergo dialysis every 240 hours with that type of blood. Human kidneys can't filter it. Must be a pain in the ass. 240 hours is 10 days. And they can never go AWOL, huh? Exactly. Some people say they designed it that way. Hey, guy. Hey.
どうした？
旅はどうだった？ポリスのおっさん。
AP だったのか。トニー・レッドウッドだ。AP の爆弾処理を担当してるが、エンプス乗りでは彼の右に出る者はいない。
エンプス。
ミスター・ゴダードと呼ばれている。
宇宙酔いくらいで参るようじゃ。早くホームのママのとこ。
It's got ominous all of a sudden.
それとも、またスチュワーデスの薬でももらうか。ここはビヨンド。あんたのような古いテレストリアルには厳しいところだ。
俺はお前のようにゾンビみたいになるつもりがないがね。
ジョナーさん、やめろ。相手にするな。
そうだエド。この次元装置の仕掛けわかるか？
なんだ、いきなり。
あんた、ホームで爆弾処理班にいたことがあるらしいな。
麻薬界入る前のことだ。
通常爆弾の設計者は解体されないようにいくつかの安全策を設ける。ここに赤と青のコードがあるだろう。最後のセーフティー装置だ。このどちらかを切断すれば解体できる。俺がセットしたとしたら、これはどっちだと思う？危険の赤か安全の青か。
レッドウッドのレッド。
どうかアウトだ。 コロニーに穴が開いたぞ。攻撃的な人間が常に赤を好むとは限らない。答えは青だ。俺ならいつも青にする。
ああ、覚えておくよ。
Okay. That was weird. It's like a corpse with that complexion, not to mention that look on his face. You call them the living dead around the station. I don't blame you. That's the BCP's holographic insignia. In addition to identifying the wearer as police officer, it's also there to prevent counterfeiting. We believe he's one of the good guys without the uniform. I defused this earlier. Real state-of-the-art device. Terrorists have been using some pretty advanced components in their bombs lately, haven't they? The bomb that killed Lorraine. Why'd you ask me about it anyway? You never know when terrorists could strike. Even an old-timer like you should be prepared. What a weird vibe. You never guess he's a cop. Even among APs, he's unusual. What's this stuff? Terminals output data and beyond. Redwood, what do you want? My commanding officer is the chief. My compatriots are the guys you see around here. You're neither of those. I don't have to answer your questions. Wow, he was much more pleasant on the plane. Totally different person for the plane. That's what I'm saying. That, in case it hasn't hit you, that was an act. What? We can modify our personalities anytime we need to. All part of our training. In Spaceplane, you said you gone to visit some family and home or something, didn't you? It wasn't work related, it was personal. I don't have to explain myself to you. Answer the question. I don't remember saying anything like that. Who are they supposed to be? I told you on the plane, I don't know them.
感じ悪いやつだな。一度も瞬きしなかった。
フローズナーはみんなだ。あれでノーマルらしい。
ノーマル？異常だぜ。
彼らは目に人工水晶体の眼内レンズを装着してるらしい。視力は常人の2倍はあるって聞いたがな。
あいつらが俺たちの子供かもしれんなんてな。
心配はいらん。少なくとも俺とジョナサンの精子は使われていないだろう。
だろうな。エドが遺伝的に優れてるなんて。
お前は宇宙恐怖症だしな。
それにしてもエド、奴に対しておかしくないか？
そうか。
奴と何かあるのか？
フローズナーとは合わないだけだ。
Interesting. Shooting range.
ここが BCP の射撃訓練場だ。BCP では週2回の射撃訓練が義務付けられている。イヤープロテクターはその壁にかけてある。実弾を使うんでかなりの音になるんだ。
俺も使っていいのか？
構わんだろう。税関で銃の登録はしてるんだろ？
ああ、登録は済ませた。弾のライフリングまでな。
あの右の端末を使えば訓練プログラムが始まる。現れるマンターゲットの命中率と命中箇所が分かる仕組みになっている。ただしこのプログラムは無反動銃、つまりリフトガン用に設定されているからな。リフトガンはいかにロックオンするかが問題なんだ。 実行プログラムはターゲットモード、トレーニングモード、コンバットモードの計3モードが用意されている。それぞれさまざまな状況を想定した特徴のあるプログラムが取り入れられている。昔ながらのメカトロニクスと最先端の立体映像、エレクトロニクスを駆使している。
それじゃ VR なのか？
いや、実戦に近づけるために VR は使っていない。銃も実弾を使う。安全性の追求だけでは訓練にはならない。軍でも銃の訓練に VR を採用していないのと同じだ。ここでは撃てば現実に風穴が開く。見た目は少し古い感じを受けると思うが、そこいらのバーチャルリアリティとは違う。そこのインテリジェントターミナルで選択すれば作動する。
Wow, thanks. Yeah, I'm not gonna practice.
おお、ジョナサン、分析結果が出とるぞ。
Thank
ゴールビ
you.
ーも頑張ってくれた。
えらく早いな。
当たり前じゃ。ゴールビー。まずジョナサンから預かったカプセル剤じゃが。
A-I-D.
ジョナサン、無駄足だったかもしれん。わざわざビヨンドまで来たようじゃが。4つのカプセルはどれも徳川製薬が扱う新薬じゃ。インドメタシン ZL、 これはインドール誘導体を含む解熱鎮痛剤。次はパラディソン、これはペンゾジアゼジン誘導体を含む精神安定剤。そしてハイファイトミン、これは B12 を含む水溶性ビタミン。最後はフェドレジン、これは塩酸エンドルフィンを使った交感神経興奮性鎮害剤。
ビタミン剤、風邪薬、咳止め、精神安定剤。
麻薬の一種ではなかったのか。
どうやらそうらしいの。これは単なる薬じゃ。それも発売済みのな。
なぜ北条はただの薬を大切に持っていたんだ？
何か細工があるんじゃないのか？製薬会社の社員なんだろ？
カプセルにマイクロフィルムを隠すとか。
そうまで言うのならこれを見てみるんじゃ。4つの薬品の成分と化学組成の分析結果は数値も何もかも徳川が申請している薬と全く一致する。さらにあまりよく知られてはおらんが、正規の薬には全てその内容薬が何であるかを示す製剤識別コードというものが薬の表面か包装に記号化されて示されているんじゃ。この白い部分のマークが徳川製薬製を示し、その横の数字が薬品名を示しとる。これらのカプセルもこの規定に従い製剤識別コードの表示と内容が一致する。つまりごく普通に大量流通している薬じゃ。どれも特別な薬ではなく何の共通性も見出せん。いや、ただ。
どうした？
一つ腑に落ちんことがある。これを見てくれ。これはカプセルのコードの拡大画像や。こうしてみるとこのマークは確かに徳川製薬の識別コードなんじゃが、見るんじゃ。三つ葉葵の上の部分が欠けているじゃろ。今のプリント技術ではこんなミスは起こさん。
ああ、確かに欠けている。
しかもこの欠けている部分が 右と左で対になってるんじゃ。4つのうち2つが左の歯が欠け、残り2つは右が欠けている。偶然じゃろうかな。
プリントミスでないとすると意図的な印。徳川製薬品の偽物じゃないのか。
それにもう一つ、このカプセルは封入式でなくキャップ式を採用している。キャップ式カプセルは半世紀も前に使われなくなってるんじゃ。
北条はどうしてこのカプセルを？このカプセルに何があるんだ？そしてこのカプセルのためにロレインも。
しかし徳川製薬が関係していることは間違いない。徳川製薬社員の行方不明、不可解な徳川製薬のカプセル。
ビクトル、歯の方はどうなんだ？
こっちの方はズバリじゃったよ。この葉はブラックポピーの葉じゃ。
ブラックポピー？
黒消しだ。合成麻薬ナークを作る原料となる。
やはり麻薬絡みか。
ビヨンドにおける消し栽培は何年も前に完全に撲滅したはずだ。これはホームから密輸したものだろう。
となると北条は黒消しの密輸に関与していたのか？
それが見てくれ。これはこの葉の断面図じゃ。普通ホームで育った植物からは必ず大気汚染物質が検出されるんじゃ。じゃがこの葉はきれいなもんじゃ。きれいすぎる。
つまり地球外で栽培されたものということか。
さらに限定を裏付けるウイロイドの一種が検出された。
ウイロイド？
これがそうじゃ。植物細胞内に感染して増殖する病原体じゃ。しかもこれは5年前にビヨンド内だけで大流行したウイロイド S 型。
ということはこのビヨンド内のどこかで黒消しが栽培されているということか。密輸ではなく。
でこの葉が半分の意味は？
それはわからん。切断面から人工的に切断されているのは確かじゃ
が。ナーク取引の際の割り符かな。
さっきの製剤コードと関係しているとは思えないか。
Whoa.
とにかく北条の失踪にはナークが絡んでる。そしてその舞台になっているのが徳川製薬。
ますます厄介だな。これまでにも徳川と麻薬の関係はささやかれていたんだが、上からの圧力もかかってうやむやになっている。数年前に本部長が AP を使って大々的に捜査を続けたが失敗に終わった。
それからか。ゲイツに根性がなくなったのは。
確証がつかめんことには手を出せん。ジョナサン、この件は思ったより根が深そうだ。下手すれば死人が増えることになる。
ともあれ徳川製薬へ行ってみようぜ。北条の勤めている会社だ。何かわかるだろう。
徳川製薬なら案内しよう。ただし慎重に行こう、ジョナサン。
徳川製薬なら世話になったからな。酔い止め薬で。
他に質問は？
Well, that was quite the info dump. Drug that first became popular with astronauts for relieving the pressures of the job. It's since spread throughout beyond and the rest of space. It's a semi-synthetic narcotic created through supercomputer drug design. The bat poppy opium serves as its base, of course. Even a few milligrams can kill you. Difficult to detect in drug tests because it's taken in such small amounts. That's why it's so hard to prosecute users. They just need to look harder, that's all. We've had ways of detecting trace amounts of drugs for a long time, RIA testing for example. That's true, yeah, some screeners have just stopped trying. Anyway, that's one of the reasons narcs become so popular. People know the chances of being caught are next to none. Black poppy is a delicate plant similar in ways to some orchids. Cultivating them would require a lot of money, effort, and the right technology. It's more than a one-man operation. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals is the Tokugawa Group's fourth biggest moneymaker after Tokugawa Heavy Industries, Tokugawa Electronics, and Tokugawa Construction. Wow. Tokugawa's really got a monopoly, eh? They're one of the first companies to expand into space development. They developed the first maintenance-based version of drugs like interferon and Euro something, practically an overnight success. Development their immunosuppressive wonder drug Cypuslodine used in organ transplants revolutionized technology. Though of course the development of mass transplantation where you mask the organ's antigens with antibody fragments and avoid post-op rejection ended the need for it. Ugh. Okay. It's been close to pretty close to 3 hours, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Oh, I'm Nigel. Phew. Alrighty, remember, no stream Friday. Gonna have to wait next week until more Skies for Arcadia. But other than that, thanks for the comments, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.